Big Pharma operates on a brutal formula. Treatment equals profit. Cure equals bankruptcy. The industry makes billions managing chronic illness, while an absolute cure eliminates lifelong customers. From the very beginning, the model was designed not to heal, but to maintain suffering, turning every ailment into a permanent revenue stream. When Alexander Fleming discovered penicillin, it cured infection in days. The industry hated it, one and done. This created the unwritten rule: acute cures are allowed, chronic cures are forbidden. Anything that solves cancer, diabetes, or heart disease permanently is classified as an economic threat to the trillion-dollar medical machine. In the 1930s, Dr. Royal Rife invented a frequency machine that cured terminal cancer in 3 minutes. He was ruined, his labs destroyed, and his technology buried. Similarly, vitamin B17 cured thousands before being banned as dangerous. You cannot patent a plant, a vitamin, or a frequency. Only synthetic, molecularly modified substances can be owned and priced. This is why nature's medicine is demonized as quackery, while toxic pills are called science. The definition of valid medicine was legally rewritten to exclude anything free or abundant. Insulin was originally supposed to be free, sold cheaply to save lives. It was quickly monopolized. Today, the price has risen over 1,200%, while cures via diet and stem cells are buried. Diabetes is the perfect cash cow: lifelong dependency, guaranteed payment, and gradual decline. Cancer is not a disease. It is an economy. Surgery, chemo, and radiation generate over $200 billion annually. Independent studies show these treatments often weaken immunity and accelerate death. Any researcher proving alternative methods is defunded, discredited, or eliminated. Stanislaw Burzynski discovered peptides that targeted cancer cells without destroying the body. The FDA hounded him for decades, raiding his clinics and trying to revoke his medical license. His success proved the rule: if you don't use their poisons, you are a criminal. High-dose intravenous vitamin C destroys cancer cells and cures sepsis rapidly. Nobel Prize winner Linus Pauling was mocked and his work suppressed. Hospitals still administer toxic antibiotics while ignoring the safest, cheapest cure known to man, because you cannot charge $10,000 for an IV of vitamin C. In the 80s, natural therapies and ozone treatment reversed HIV symptoms. Instead, the industry pushed a ZTA chemotherapy drug that destroyed the immune system. Millions died while the patent holders became billionaires. The disease was marketed as a death sentence to justify any poison as better than nothing. Cancer cannot survive in oxygen-rich environments. Dr. Otto Warburg won a Nobel Prize proving this. Yet oxygen therapy and hyperbaric chambers are marginalized. Why? Because oxygen is free. You cannot corner the market on air, so the medical system pretends the Warburg effect doesn't exist. Billions are spent searching for a cure, yet we know aluminum toxicity and lack of magnesium are primary causes. Solutions are cheap and simple. Instead, patients are given drugs that worsen dementia. Alzheimer's is the ultimate pensioner extraction scheme: slow, expensive, and hopeless by design. Statins are the highest-selling drugs in history, yet cholesterol does not cause heart disease. Inflammation and stress do. The cholesterol myth was manufactured to sell pills to every adult over 40. Natural remedies like niacin and garlic are ignored because they cut off the supply of endless prescriptions. Cannabis oil cures brain tumors, epilepsy, and chronic pain. For 70 years, it was classified as a dangerous narcotic to block competition. Only now that corporations can patent synthetic versions is it slowly being legalized. The plant was never illegal. It was simply unowned. In 1910, the Flexner Report, funded by John Rockefeller, dismantled all natural medical colleges. Medicine was standardized around petroleum-based drugs. The oil baron turned sickness into an industry and healing into a crime against commerce. Major medical journals are owned by pharmaceutical companies. Studies showing negative results are buried. Positive results are faked. Doctors are bribed with speaking fees and gifts to prescribe specific brands. Science has become marketing, and research is just product development. Every drug causes new symptoms requiring new drugs. This is the polypharmacy trap. A patient starts with high blood pressure, then gets pills for kidney damage, then depression, then diabetes. By the end, the person is a walking pharmacy, wealthy for the industry, broken in body and mind. Wilhelm Reich discovered life energy could heal all illness. His books were burned in public, his laboratory destroyed, and he died in prison. To the controllers, healing that doesn't involve injection or pill is not science. It is a threat to their authority over life and death. Type 2 diabetes is fully reversible via low-carb diet and fasting. This has been proven for 100 years. Yet doctors are forbidden from prescribing diet change as treatment. They are forced to prescribe insulin and drugs until the patient loses limbs or eyesight. Jonas Salk admitted the polio vaccine was contaminated with SV40 virus, causing millions of cancers. Meanwhile, Dr. Benjamin Sandler proved polio was caused by high sugar consumption. He was silenced. The miracle vaccine narrative was more important than the truth. Companies like Monsanto and GSK attempted to patent human genes. If successful, your own body would require a license to operate. This is the ultimate goal: ownership of the biology. Cures are suppressed to ensure you remain dependent on their proprietary biological upgrades. Structured water and deuterium-depleted water cure countless ailments. Yet the industry insists water has no medicinal value. Anything you can get from a tap is useless to them. Healing must be expensive, difficult, and branded. Thousands of parents have reversed autism using detoxification and nutrient therapy. Mainstream medicine calls it incurable and pushes antidepressants and antipsychotics on children. Admitting autism is environmentally induced and treatable would destroy the vaccine program and the psychiatric industry. Insiders describe Big Pharma operating like the Sicilian mafia. They buy competitors, threaten scientists, bribe regulators, and use the FDA as their private enforcer. To develop a cure is to break the racket, and rackets do not tolerate competition. Natural painkillers like kratom, curcumin, and willow bark are banned or restricted, while deadly opioids were pushed by Purdue Pharma. Pain management is a trillion-dollar business. Adult stem cells regenerate organs and reverse aging. The technology exists but is only available to billionaires. For the masses, stem cells are framed as controversial or dangerous. Health becomes a class privilege. Eternal youth for the elite. Sickness and death for the workers. If there are no diseases, there is no business. So, mild conditions are reclassified as diseases. High blood pressure or high cholesterol were once normal variations. Now, they are life-threatening conditions requiring lifelong drugs. They created the diagnosis to sell the cure. Homeopathy cured entire epidemics of scarlet fever and cholera with 90% success rates. It was systematically removed from education and hospitals. Why? It is cheap, painless, and infinitely reproducible. It represents the medicine of abundance, which cannot be controlled. Scientists who speak out lose their licenses, their funding, their families, and often their lives. Dr. Kelly, Dr. Nichols, Dr. Lang, doctors who discovered the truth, died in mysterious accidents. The message is clear: silence or be silenced forever. During COVID, cheap, safe, generic drugs were proven effective. Instead of celebrating, governments banned them. It exposed the fact that the goal was never health, it was monopolized intervention. Cures that exist already were the greatest threat to the new injection economy. Almost nothing is truly incurable. The term is a legal definition, not a scientific one. Incurable means we do not have a profitable treatment for this yet. It is a sentence of imprisonment in the medical system. Natural immunity is far superior to artificial immunity. Yet natural recovery is dismissed as useless. Why? Because you cannot sell the body's own defenses. The industry must convince you that you are inherently broken and only their products can keep you alive. Healthy food is medicine. So Big Agra and Pharma partnered to make food toxic, full of sugar, GMs, and pesticides. Sick food creates sick people. It is a perfect cycle. Poison the population, then sell them the antidote at an inflated price. The FDA, CDC, and EMA are staffed by former pharmaceutical executives. They write the laws, approve their own drugs, and fine competitors. It is not regulation, it is self-governance. The foxes are not just guarding the henhouse, they built it. Millions are leaving the medical system, healing themselves through nature and nutrition. The monopoly is cracking. The truth is spreading. Health is a birthright, not a commodity to be sold by corporations. Big Pharma does not suppress cures because they don't exist. They suppress cures because wealth equals suffering. As long as sickness equals profit, humanity will never be allowed to be truly healthy. The cure is not in a bottle, it is in taking back control of our bodies and our truth.